Live in the Roy garage. It's been a while since I've done this, doing it on Streamlabs here, but took the El Camino out for a maiden voyage today. Ran pretty well. Pretty excited. Ran pretty well, only rubbed on the tires once. And that was because I had 8 tires sitting in the back of my El Camino. Some 17-inch rims with 35s on them. Jake wanted those out, and he had some 37-inch rims, or 37-inch tires that he wanted on those 17-inch rims. So I had eight tires, man. They were packed in tight. They were packed in tight in the back of my El Camino. If you do want to check out what it looks like, I am going to post on our Instagram, the Roy Garage, so you can see what that looks like. 4 tires packed in this thing. Had to air up the rear shocks with my new air compressor, 200 PSI. That's the one nice thing about having air shocks on this thing, is if I'm gonna be towing anything heavy, putting a bunch of stuff in the back, my El Camino, I can air up those air shocks to 200 PSI. It was kind of cool. It's a Master Force air compressor. It was the highest PSI I could find at a decent price. I couldn't find one that was even close to that max PSI for a decent price at all. I really couldn't even find anything else. It's 225 PSI is the max. So it goes up to about 240 in the tank. And then I can adjust the knob for how much air I want coming out of it. So great upgrade to the Roy Garage. Probably gonna be doing a lot with that thing. Had somebody comment on one of my posts and said you can start getting some air tools, start getting some pretty cool air tools, and even start dabbling into paint when you have a nice air compressor like that, 17 gallons. So I am going to have to be doing some paint, especially on the El Camino. It does have some rust spots on it. So, and I grind up the fenders quite a bit. Planning on putting fender flares on it, guys. It actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad with the fronts are the only ones that I had to grind up. The back just had to take a baseball bat and roll them, because this is how it kind of, the fender came and went in, and my tire it'd just get cut by that inner fender. So put a baseball bat in there, hooked it up, rolled it up like that. Super nice. So when I do hit some big bumps, when I got a lot going on in there, it won't cut into my tire and ruin my tire. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome here. Chat, oh here, pull up the chat, connecting to chat. It's been a while since I've done this, and I'm doing it through Streamlabs too, so just dabbling, getting my feet wet. And that's what the Roy Garage is all about. It's just us going after our dreams in hopes to inspire others to go after theirs. So we've got currently a lot of our videos, pretty simple, pretty basic, doing some simple stuff, but that's just what we can do now. And if we can be successful doing what we're doing now, eventually things are just going to get bigger, better, and cooler. So the Mino Camino is only going to get more badass, guys, only more badass. So if you are watching this and you like the Mino Camino, like what we're doing here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also share with your friends. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're at like 464. We've had our fastest growth in the last 2 weeks. Two weeks we've had our hugest spike. So just want to keep that going. That's why I'm here on the live. We're pretty nerdy, so we did connect with a YouTube specialist before we started posting the first of the year. We posted every week except for 3 weeks, so pretty proud of that. I don't care how our videos look, guys. It's just about consistency and putting yourself out there and developing your voice, and that's our goal, is just to develop our voice. Kind of our twin, my brother. You're gonna see him. We're just twinning it, man. Me and my twin in it. I have no idea how that goes, but we're twins. Got kind of a bromance since birth. Since the womb, hanging out, having a good time. Always trying to have a good time. Connected, still says connecting to chat. Probably just because I've got bad internet out here, maybe? Bad internet? Oh, but anyways, that YouTube specialist said just go live at least once a month. at least once a month. So right now, Jake's couple massage with Kaylee, and I brought his tires in, and I'm just waiting for the phone call to go get them. They said they might be able to get them done today. So charging up the El Camino, because it did seem like she was losing a little juice. The only thing with this now, that the tires don't rub so bad at all, really, hopefully, well, kind of, only when I hit big bumps, is that she leaks oil quite a bit in the back. I can't, it's leaking from the back somewhere on the passenger side, and it's just, when it's running, it's leaking. So, but check the oil, she's still full. Check the dipstick, she's still full. So I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's not just tricking me or something, or if that dipstick's just too long, messed up or something. I guess we'll find out, but whole goal today is to hopefully get Jake's tires. I get Jake's tires, go to tires, snag Jake's tires, bring those back to his place, and then he's got the engine out of the Irrational International still connected to the transmission. Put that in my El Camino along with the engine hoist, bring that here, have that here, and then eventually I got to get to Windham, Minnesota, and snag my dad's engine run stand. He's got some headers that didn't fit in his El Camino that I just need to put on the engine just when we get it running. So Jake's the engine out of the International, Chevy 350, bored out 30,000, so Chevy 355. Get that running on the engine run stand, make sure it's tuned in, got a new carburetor for it. Holly double pump. And then I'm also gonna get a new intake for it so the Holly double pump fits on it. Get that thing running, get it dialed in. I think I wanna get an O2 sensor as well. O2 sensor so we can really make sure that we get it dialed in. And then it's pull V6 out of this thing because it's got a V6, it's got a tap. I took the passenger side valve cover off, put some silicone on that, or gasket sealer, put some on that, put it back on. Before I put it back on, twisted the push rods. Seemed okay, but I gave them just a little bit of a turn on the ones that were really loose. But I think it's on the driver's side. There's a tapping, tap, 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 tap. I have experience fixing that tap, 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 tap. My dad's got a 26-foot skiff craft, old wooden boat. We got, it was a Ford 260 that was in it. The 260's block was cracked. They had a 289, so we snagged that 289, bored out, 30,000s. Put that together, had that running, put it in the boat, and it had a tap, 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 tap. I was like, Jake, just take the valve cover off, man. It's coming from the right side. Twist those, find a loose valve, just a quarter turn, put the valve cover on, turn it on, see if it's tapping, tap and stop. Actually, yeah, tighten it when the valve's doing that valve, and the tap and stop. So, yeah. Pretty stoked to get this 355 in here though. I've got some headers picked out for it. That I think will fit the G body pretty good. Come from really far back and go along the back of the engine downwards instead of kind of around the side. That's what my dad got, and just didn't quite seem like they were too tight. They were going to rub up against some stuff and eventually get some holes in them. We didn't want that. So he got some shorties that sound pretty good. Some shorties that are pretty awesome. Any questions you guys have for us? Questions on any projects? Jake right now is working on, he's got you follow us on Instagram. He has a 2001 Dodge 3/4 ton chassis, along with a 5.3 Vortec, 4L80E. So it's going to be 4-wheel drive, 3/4 ton, and a 48 Dodge grain truck cab. We've got a video taking that off of its frame in my grandma's pasture. Grandma knew we really wanted that thing. We've been talking about getting that ever since we were kids, so it's really kind of cool watching that come to fruition. Guys, don't ever let go of your dreams. Don't ever let go. Always be doing a little bit that you can every day. Yeah, we started the year with 77 subscribers, up to 463. So super stoked, super stoked. It's slow and steady, and it's exponential. We've got maybe 5 to 8 videos that are really consistent for us as far as watch time. And they're just keywords, keyword research, titles. People are just searching those videos, and they were good quality videos. So they just fill that gap, and since they fill that gap, people like it, they comment, and they watch it, the whole thing. So that's what we've really learned a lot here in the first 9 months. First 9 months, and then I've done a lot of keyword research for kind of our future videos. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot planning out. It takes a lot planning out projects, figuring out when we're going to film them. Jake goes through and does the first probably 3 or 4 rounds of editing through the video and get it cut down from anywhere between an hour to 4 hours. Sometimes even more. He gets it cut down to 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes. Then he gets it to me, and I go through and do the final edits. Typically, we're looking at probably 10, 15-hour turnaround when we film a video. So we did have like 15 videos filmed before we went into the summer, which was sick, because then every weekend we were at the lake. We also work on our boat. That's pretty fun. 2001 Taiga wake surf boat. Changing fluids on that. We got some good videos that are consistent to maybe get 5 to 10 views every 48 hours. So that's not bad. I mean, over time, it's time. It's a long game with YouTube, guys. Long game. We've got videos that started off with 50 views the first week, and they're up to 300-400 views. So, and they're only going to go up from there as YouTube's like, these guys are pretty consistent, and these videos are actually pretty good. People watching. So. Coming up, 12 minutes. I've done a good job filling in 12 minutes. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Share with your friends. It's kind of cool how we're approaching our garage YouTube channel too. We've got spending plan. People call it a budget, but spending plan just has a better connotation to it. For me, it's around $350 a month I spend on this bad boy. So if we can figure out how to, and I've got a list. We have a list, as Jake has got an Excel spreadsheet for like the next 6 months with ideas for videos. I did keyword research, so we're constantly changing that. And then when Jake gets done with a video, it moves to a certain section, and then I see it, and then it gets to me, and then I work on it. We do have our own apparel. It's at Leroy.co. If you guys think the Leroy Garage has an awesome message and you want to help us grow, again, it's us going after our goals and dreams and hopes to inspire others to go after theirs. But with us spending like so little on stuff, like, yeah, if we can get this work, we can start getting paid from YouTube, sponsors and stuff like that. It's not going to take much for us to do something really, really cool. And that's the whole goal. And invest a good portion of that. Guys, you got to make sure if you're working on cars like this and stuff and you want to do it forever, like we want to do this forever. It's in our blood. It's who we are. We want to do it forever. So we are very, very diligent with our money. And let's just say right now I can probably liquidate a lot of my investments and buy a really cool car, but then I wouldn't have anything to show for all the work I've put in the last 5 to 10 years. So there's a tipping point, guys. There's a tipping point. We actually have an educational platform that we're working on to kind of help share our strategy of how we approach our YouTube channel and kind of our side hustle, along with our jobs, our income streams. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Would you just look at it? Pretty neat. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm just waiting for that phone call, hoping they can get done, hoping they can get get Jake's tires done because I did sleep in this morning. He wanted me to get him there a little bit sooner, and I didn't. Sorry, Jake. Tried to make up for it. I could hear it in his voice when I called him a little bit later in the morning. He was like, "Oh, I really wanted to get those there." I'm like, "All right, bro. I got to do a little work on my El Camino." Attempting to reconnect it, guys. Hey, sorry for that gap. I got the call. Jake's tires are ready, so I gotta go. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this live Roy Garage. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends. Again, this is us going after our dreams and hopes to inspire others to go after theirs. If you find that inspiring, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you, and we will catch you guys next time, the Roy Garage.